We're back with you now on Wave Listens Live. Back
Hello.
with Elder Advisors.
We did that in sync. That was sort of...
That was cool. That looked good. Y'all have done this show before.
Right.
Let's get through some of our facts here. We're at number 4 of 10. These are all good. They're all important. IRS says I can gift $18,000.
You certainly can. That's the annual exclusion amount. Well, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. For tax planning and advanced estate planning, but Kentucky Indian Medicaid, that's a whole different set. That's a whole different set of facts. Apples and oranges. That's an improper transfer. So people barbershop law think I'm going to, Dad's going to nursing home this week. I can give all the siblings $18,000. You can, but there's consequences.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't do it.
Good to know. Number 5, kind of on the money train with this. I'll just spend the rest of Mom's money and then get Medicaid.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. Then you don't have any. Then you don't have anything.
And spend it on what?
The Medicaid application is about that thick. It's an entire life narrative. We have 11 people at Elder Advisors that do nothing but just assist families with filing Medicaid. So just the task itself is relentless. Yeah. And so there's that. And then there's no guarantee, right? Because Medicaid goes through and combs through, how did you spend that money? How did you spend that money? I mean, we are forever answering, what was this $45 charge? I mean, they're that granular. So you have to know what you're doing and have professional representation as you file.
And very quickly, share the story with the gentleman that came in who he had done it for his daughter of special needs and said, there's no way I'm doing this the second time.
So he came in for his father, and I pulled the application out, sort of a sample, and he said, I've seen it. He had a special needs daughter. He said, I've been through it, and I'm not doing it again. I'm not doing it again. And he just was hands up. I'm not doing it. And that's a gentleman who had been through it before. He had kind of done
what to expect.
And he was like, just get it away from me. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So he engaged our services to tackle it for his dad, because he's been down that road. He knows how frustrating it is. How
tough it is if you're not a professional.
Correct.
Number 6 here. If somebody says it's okay for me to pay friends and neighbors to care for Mom.
Well, it may be, but you have to understand the states of Indiana and Kentucky are looking, in my opinion, for reasons to not approve the application. So that's fraught with peril, because when you do that, often it's treated as an improper transfer and you're penalized for that. What does that mean? Go to freeworkshop.com or call 855-1155. But usually you're doing it the wrong way, and there's devastating consequences because they're doing it the wrong way.
And I think that's an important thing to just note. We help families meet their goals. Okay, it's the neighbor, and she's been coming over, and she's been taking care of Mom, and we've been paying her, and we want to continue doing that. Excellent. We can help, but do it the right way. So I think, it's not bad news, it's good news. For the most part, families are able to continue to do the things that they're doing. We just have to do it the right way and present it correctly.
Get your ducks in a row. Okay, number 7 here. Even if Mom goes into the nursing home, I can keep the house.
Maybe, maybe not. There's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it. Much like when we were talking about paying for friends and families, there's right ways of threading that needle so you are successful. How do you do that? 855-LARRY55.
The old life insurance policy is to bury me, so it's okay.
It may not be, because people forget about it. That old insurance policy from 1962 has a death benefit of $18,000, but there's a cash value of $13,500. That's a problem, because the most they can have and qualify for benefits is $2,000. So usually for the guy that was going to spend it all down anyway and file, then he gets tagged because they find that old insurance policy, he's denied coverage. That takes 3 to 4 months to resolve. Now he's really behind the 8 ball. How do you fix that? 855-LARRY55.
If you've been with us for the first 8 questions, facts, myths, whatever we want to call them, you would know the answer to number 9 here. Our case is very simple.
Yeah, there is no.
There is no simple
Probably
case.
not.
I mean, there really is not any.
No.
There is not any simple case. And again, we've got 11 folks on board that help families navigate this entire process. And it's intensive, and it's paperwork, and it's really looking very closely at every transaction, and it's tough. And we do it. That's why you go to freeworkshop.com, you call 855-LARRY55 and get an appointment, because this is just one of the most complicated things. We're trying to get a 6-figure a year benefit, right? So nursing homes are running over $100 grand a year, and or in home care, and that's what we're trying to do. So that's not handed out. easily. You have to work with a professional to get it across the finish line, and that's what we do.
Well, not only are you guys professionals, you also take what can be a very difficult process and make it fun. And I think that's fact number 10 here, written in Larry
It's very
Weiss's-
important. Kentuckiana, stop eating your cereal. Put your TV remote down.
Cereal.
Number 10, very important. Go ahead and share with the TV public.
In his handwriting, and I quote, Larry Weiss is much more attractive than Lindsey Fleming.
Yeah, by far, Gallup, everybody, yes, by a big margin.
Lindsey,
It's
what did
fine.
you think number 10 was going to be?
Well, I'm pretty sure I knew that was gonna.
Okay,
that was
it
gonna
was
be
somewhere on the
yeah,
list.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just let him have that. We'll just let him have that.
It's a happy place in my empty mind. My empty mind is very happy.
Let him have that delusion
It's
for
true
a moment.
because this is tough, and people maybe by the time they get to you guys, they've already hit so many roadblocks and
Yeah.
hurdles and
Yeah.
stresses, and
Yeah.
you can say, "Look, we got this," and we can have some fun while we do it.
Hey, shout out to Colonel Bates and Dwight Mitchell coming out on the next segment, LMPD. Thank you, LMPD.
They are indeed, but you still have 45 seconds left.
Really? Don't go broke in a nursing home because you don't have to, Kentuckiana. 855-LARRY55, freeworkshop.com answers all of your questions and solves all the problems of life.
You know, people walk out of our office standing a little taller than they came in, and that's the bottom line. You know, people sit across from us, they're overwhelmed, they're frustrated, they maybe have a briefcase of paperwork everywhere they
Kroger
don't
bag.
know, or they don't have anything. And for them to say, for them to hear, we've got you. We've got you. We've got people that can help find that. We've got people that can, you know, walk with you every single step of the way. That really, they feel better.
Empowering.
And the producers chiming in my ear. Everybody's calling in wanting to know, is Mr. Weiss like this? He's like this. I need the camera. Camera 12.
No, keep it on me. Keep it on me.
Mr. Weiss is like this on 2 cups of coffee.
Mr. Producer saying something, and it's y'all got to go have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Kentuckiana.
Thanks for being here. Good to see you both.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks for what you do. As we alluded to, we do have a really cool segment coming up next. We are heading to the ring, so to speak, for an amateur boxing event. Louisville Metro Police Activities League involved. Louisville TKO Boxing also involved. So we'll tell you all about this coming up next.
Football season is back, and so is Touchdown Friday night.